Whatever it is that you're holding on to right now, this video is going to be an exercise. This video is going to be an opportunity to let it go. I've always been the type of person that feels as though there's a lot of pressure on myself, that there's a lot of expectation on myself. And depending upon the moment, I can never quite decide if that's placed upon me by society, by the people around me, or simply by myself. But the truth of that is that it doesn't matter. I couldn't sleep last night. It was 3 a.m. and I was texting a friend who's in the UK. And once we finished our conversation, I was left with the feeling of letting go. Man, we are so hard on ourselves, and we don't even realize that it's for nothing. That these expectations we put on ourselves, whether it's from the movies, whether it's from a precedent set a decade ago, whether it's from our view of our relationships, our friends, our family, these are self-contained ideas, self-contained concepts that exist right now and nowhere else. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. No one has ever made it to the past, and no one has ever gone to the future. As far as I'm concerned, neither exist. Prove it. For example, growing up, I thought the epitome of success would be me finishing college, me getting a job, me marrying a woman, and me having kids, all before the age of 30. I'm almost 32, a college dropout, no wife, no kids, no nothing. I am a child bride. Minus the bride. I am just a child. That was a concept of the moment. During that period of my life, I thought that in the future, that is what would make me feel successful. That is where I would inevitably end up. I probably got that from examples around me. My older brother, my parents, their parents, aunts, uncles, people in my town. I was looking around me to dictate who I am, and forgetting that all of that noise has nothing to do with me. Respectfully, of course. So I'm gonna look you in the eye right now, and I'm gonna give you a moment where you can pause the video, you can contemplate this, but think to yourself, what are you holding on to right now? What is that thing in your mind that you are hell-bent on achieving, or you are depressed that you have yet to hold? What is that thing that you just can't let go? Do you wish you had finally gone to Europe? Do you wish you had a romantic partner? Do you wish you were a CEO or owned a home? Let it go. Leave that here. Unburden yourself from that expectation. Dig a little hole, bury it within it, and keep moving forward. I remember this one time I quite literally did that. I had gotten out of a relationship a few years ago, and I just couldn't seem to let it go. There was something about it that I felt like I had to fix, or something I had to untangle with it. And I remember quite literally realizing I needed to bury the relationship and like hike up the mountain. Oh my fucking God, I actually did this. I wrote it all down in a note and I buried it, and I went on like, a 10-mile hike by myself or something. I'm so fucking dramatic. Oh my God. I was so personally tortured and tormented about that experience for one reason or another, and I just could not seem to release it. I was carrying it with me day to day, even though it was long gone, and all that did was affect me. That doesn't affect the other person. That doesn't change the outcome. All it did was harm myself. The unknown factor in the human experience is this growth and this change that is constantly occurring. Our species adapts, the world evolves, and you cannot predict the future purely because of that. Do you want to know why Gen Z and millennials are shocked by the debt that they carry and the fact that they will never be able to afford a home? It's because we lived through the lens of our parents, what they did, how they accomplished life. All the films we saw growing up, all the music we listened to, it depicted a reality in that moment that we then thought would be our future. It's fucked up and it's unfair, frankly. Do not go on Zillow and look at the homeowner history and look 10, 20 years ago. It will devastate you. You will be in a therapist's seat, sprawled out, face up on a couch, absolutely hopeless, wishing to die. Untether yourself from the past and relieve yourself from the future. All you have control over is right fucking now. It does not mean that it's fair. It does not mean that it's correct or right, but it is truly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart and the depths of my soul, it is the only way. Tomorrow is going to change, and it is unpredictable, and there is no altering that. And that fact is hard to swallow. But if you learn to let go, I really think that's how you learn to live.